we are back. It is the Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate all of you guys locking in here. Look at Broder. He is to the beat. Bang. All right. Wednesday night. We appreciate you guys locking in. Make sure you hit that like button. We still haven't hit 75 yet. Make sure we hit that, fellas, if we can get that, smash that like button for us.
That'd be awesome.
Real quick, a comment here. Eduardo O'Neill. Shout out, Eduardo. He said this team will inflate their sack total these next 2 weeks, and everyone will be happy, and then we'll come back down to earth in like 3 weeks after that. I feel like that's happened a few times this year, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to disagree, but they'll have some. We got to see it consistently. Like I do think they'll have some games. The Chicago Bears offensive line's not that good. Justin Fields likes to scramble a bit, so there's some sacks in there if you get him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
it's I just hope you don't want that led. Okay, 2 good games and then 0 sacks. How about a little bit of consistency?
That's what I just want. Like
a little consistency.
It doesn't just not 0.
Like 1,
2 or 3,
1.5.
Yeah, had that 5-sack game in the next game. Just go get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then once you're done with the 5, do another 5, and then get another 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. Just the zeros is just
because now we're doubling up on a lot of teams. Now's the time. Get your sacks, so they have to game plan for them the next time. Got the Bears twice. You got one more out of the Packers. They had a lot of sacks in that game. I can't remember.
They had 5.
They had 5 against the Packers. Yep. That's
5
right.
or 6.
That's right. And then you got the Vikings twice. So you got to make Josh Dabalina put him on the ground.
Josh Dabalina,
yeah.
What a name.
Yeah.
All right, brother. This is a good segment here.
Seggy.
A lot of people, there's someone, shout out Flannel Sam, birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Turned 45. I'm just 45. Kidding. No, I don't know how old he is. But he sits in this chair and he goes at J-Mo a lot. There are people who do not like Jameson Williams, or not that don't like him, but just don't have the faith in him that he can kind of turn into what we were expecting him to be. And I've kind of turned that corner a little bit, brother. And not in the fact, I don't mean like I turned the corner against J-Mo. I'm all on J-Mo's side.
Oh yeah.
I think J-Mo, like what we saw the other day and what we've seen in spurts, I'm convinced a little bit here. Once J-Mo gets going, and I think it was like, I know I said DPJ would take pressure off of him. I think there's just there's that feeling that the pressure has been taken off a little bit for him the last couple weeks. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened, but the last 2 games, you can feel that.
I know what it is, and it's exactly what Dan Campbell said, and it was the best line probably in all the press conferences this year. He said Jameson's he now feels like one of the guys. Like he's out there. He feels a part of the team. He feels like one of the guys. Like I don't care how many people out there think wide receivers blocking is not important. There's something about what he does when young wide receivers block. It's important. When Jameson Williams is doing this, when you see the smile on his face, when you see him so excited to do all the things other than catching. Yes, pause for a second because we do need him to catch the ball. But when you see him getting ingrained in this team like he is, it's the beginning of something special. Like this, we're talking about this amazing offense, right?
Yeah.
J-Mo had 2 catches for 18 yards. Easily our number 1 weapon.
And this is something I could go off on all day. Like it's
get off, Booner.
It's completely time to end all the J-Mo stuff. Take the pressure off of him. Stop going at him and lock in and let him just play football. You saw he was a star at Alabama. We know exactly who he is. We know what he could do. We know his skill set. We know what he brings to this football team. Get off of his back. If he goes out there and gets 2 for 18 a game, okay, so be it. Eventually, he's going to go out there and have 100 yards and a touchdown. Yes. He's already showed he could score touchdowns. He's done it, 2 or 3 times already, and then he just did it again last week, and it got called back. It's not his fault it gets called back. He's getting in the end zone.
Yeah.
He's making plays.
And he's still putting that same effort after that touchdown. He didn't go to the sideline and sulk. He didn't get pissed at Taylor Decker. He gave the ball back to the referee and got right back to it.
And look what Dan Campbell said. He said his confidence level is in a great place right now. Dan Campbell, his confidence level is in a great place right now. J-Mo is in a great spot. The last couple weeks, he has been taking steps forward. Yes, a couple weeks ago, he dropped a few passes. Who cares? He isn't even through a full season in the NFL yet. He's got the potential. He's got the talent. He's going to be able to break off for plays and give you something that you're going to want in the playoffs. Like, we're going to need a guy like J-Mo in the playoffs to make big plays.
Yeah.
Once he gets entwined into this Ben Johnson offense, game over. This is the best offense in the NFL, no question.
No questions asked. Before Dan Campbell was saying all this too, he was commenting on Jameson Williams is improving. Like he's becoming a better wide receiver. And then wide receiver coach Antoine Randall L continued saying the same thing. Said his production is coming. He's going to get more production, but he gets excited about being where he's supposed to be. He gets excited about blocking. He then said his selflessness is coming out. Like that's everything you could ask for on this team. Everyone who thought he's a diva or he makes poor choices. You can put as many McFlurries on your hamburger as you want. I don't care, as long as you're blocking downfield, as long as you're helping this team get W's. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of comments here. Eduardo, Booner and Broder. After that block on Sunday, J-Mo's about to get a huge play this weekend. Watch. I agree with that, and you know what? I put it in my notes here. And Eduardo, I'm glad you said that because I put here, I think within the next few weeks, you're going to see a 100-yard game out of J-Mo, and you're going to see him get in the end zone again.
Yeah.
That is going to happen. He is going to have a breakout game soon. The fact that Dan Campbell came out and said his confidence level is at an all-time high right now, he feels like one of the guys, he's a part of the team. Let's not forget he missed 4 games.
Yeah.
He was not even with the team for 3 or 4 of them. He wasn't around the building. He's starting to get involved now. He's starting to be around the guys. He's starting to become one of these guys on the team. He's going to have a big game eventually. It's going to be one of these games to where he has 2 or 3 big catches, and it's going to add up for 100 yards. I truly think it's going to happen in the next few weeks. Nick?
Yeah, I think that game's going to come on Thanksgiving, nationally highlighted. But one thing with J-Mo and this Lions team that I want to highlight is the number 9. 9 wins since J-Mo has been in this lineup. This team is 9-2 when J-Mo plays. In the past 2 years, 9-2, you take that winning percentage every single day. It's not just about him catching the ball. It's about him getting so much attention where guys like St. Brown can absolutely eat. Sam Laporta absolutely eats. These running backs have way more time before they get hit or before they have to make a move because J-Mo's already downfield. That's the big thing about J-Mo. This team's 9-2 when he plays.
Also, he wears number 9.
That was an addition in there.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, okay.
I thought that's where you were going. I was like, oh, shit.
No, there we go. Hey.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
There's a rumor that you have some new sound bites.
Yeah, they get just for the right moment, you know.
Okay.
Just wait on them.
Is it like one of us or?
No, they're good. It's like some old coach. But yeah, J-Mo, super electric about it.
It's going to be a surprise.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Yes. Do you think I'm crazy for saying he's the number 1 weapon on this team? Number 1, that's ahead of Jahmyr Gibbs, ahead of Amon St. Brown.
You know what?
Ahead of Khalif Raymond.
I love J-Mo. Listen, it's tough. I'm going to hit you back with this. He has the highest ceiling on this team.
100% fair. Maybe that's how I should have actually said it.
I think he has the highest ceiling on this team.
He could be one of the most elite weapons in the entire NFL.
In the NFL, he could be like that Tyreek Hill, Justin.
He could be on that level.
You got to get him there. You got to put him in the right spots. Wavy Gang podcast shout out. He said he wants to win, guys. He's not selfish of his team, and he wants to win. I agree because you want to know why? When he came back from that, suspension, remember the first interview he had off the suspension? Was I really don't care what I do or anything. He's like, I just want to make sure I fit in with the team and that we keep winning because this team's like winning right now. They're on the streak. That's like the most unselfish guy of all time. And he comes from Alabama to where all they do is win. And like he hasn't showed anything. I think it might have been Herman Moore or someone said it the other day. I can't remember. It might have been Lomas Brown. It was one of these older Detroit Lions players, but they basically came out and said, one thing about J-Mo is he does not care about any like number. Like if he did, he already would have been making a big deal about it.
Gotcha.
He's all locked in on this team.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember who that was. If anyone in the chat knows who said that.
I know. Shout out Byrne, by the way. Donated $5. Thank you, Byrne. Byrne says Devontae Adams had 4 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons and didn't get 1,000 yards until his 5th.
It takes time for people.
We still widely regard him as if not the number 1 receiver in the league, a top 3, top 4.
Yeah, I put it in my notes here too. I said you just have to make him comfortable, put him in a comfortable position, and put him in the right position to be successful.
He's special.
And I think it's like he's just one of those guys to where when you're in the NFL, it's like, I guess it's like in Alabama you have so many weapons, but like in the NFL, like you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond. You have guys, especially for a guy like him, to where you do have to remember he's not coming into a situation like a typical guy like him in the top 10 would come in. Like he was
to be the number one receiver and get all the targets.
He was expecting, like, if you're the guy getting drafted in the top 10, 12, you're thinking, I'm going to go into a bad team potentially who needs the number one wide receiver, who's looking to build. He came into a Lions football team that went 9-8, who ended the season 8-2, almost made the playoffs. They had their weapons. He's just another piece. I guess it was the year before, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, a different team would need him or would need their number one receiver or their number one draft pick to be their number one receiver to get 6, 7, 8, 9 catches a game, 100-some yards for them to win. The Lions in this offense, they don't need him to get that. They might need him to get 3-4 catches for 50, 60 yards, or 2 for 80, or maybe it's 2 touchdowns. Whatever it is, they need him to do other things. It doesn't have to be a lot of volume. They just need him to be the weapon that he is out there and do the right things, run the right routes, make these blocks, and then when he gets the ball, he's going to do special things.
And the thing is a first-round pick. You have him. You have the potential to have him for 5 years.
Yeah.
You have 3 more years after this.
Yeah,
so
which is huge.
If it's like a Devontae Adams situation to where it takes him 2 years to kind of really get into it, he's already shown flashes. Then it's like, okay, next year he's that guy with Amon-Ra St. Brown, a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. You have one of the best 1-2. You have that Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle duo.
Definitely.
You have that duo in the NFL to where you're not taking a step back. And then you re-sign Jared Goff. You have the best offensive line. We're going to talk about the offense a little bit. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
But
that's where I leave it at.
Before they stopped targeting him in the Chargers game, I can't remember if it was after the touchdown or if he had one more play after. They were doing some things that I really liked. I thought they had a good game plan in mind for J-Mo. They were getting him on some short slants. I think there was a wide receiver screen. Actually, that's the one it was. It was a wide receiver screen. It was on the right side of the field. And I do actually think he made the wrong, like he got the ball and went 5 or 6 yards. He made the wrong cut.
He was wide open, dude. I think it was the one.
He cut inside right into the linebacker.
Right before the half.
Yes.
He cut in when he should have just kept going straight.
If he went straight or to the right, he had all this field. He had a couple blockers with him.
Easy.
And I think that, I don't mean to call out a mistake as a negative, but I think those are the little learning experience. He's gonna feel that the next time. He's gonna know, okay, I made this move last time. There's a linebacker right there. I'm gonna stay to the outside like I'm supposed to. So, hey, this is a learning experience, but he did that and they still won. How about that?
Yeah, and I just wanted to, because Herman Moore was on the heavyweights, and they clipped out a video here. And Jalen, just let me know if I can send it to you, and then we can maybe play it out at the break or something. But Herman Moore kind of talked about it with Easy and Spencer about J-Mo and touched on that. And that was the very first question they opened with was, let us know what's going on with J-Mo. What are your thoughts? And Herman Moore right away was just like, he's going to be just fine. Like he's proven like he has the skill set, he has the pieces, he has everything you look for in a wide receiver, especially a star wide receiver. He's going to be just fine. So